Me and my wife, we always talked about God, and we saw ourselves as religious people, and it was more of a checkbox thing with me and my wife. We had some things that happened in our lifetime. My wife got cancer. We really wasn't living a Christ-centered life until we got involved with FCA and some of the things that we were doing with them. One being couple retreat. We went to that and we really experienced something wonderful. And that really started focusing our marriage on, being Christ-centered. That's really when FCA came in, and then started coming out and meeting with our players. And that started out, 2 or 3 guys. And the last year there was about 20 guys that were meeting. It's just one of them. It just kind of has grown every year. The kids are excited about it. Going to leadership camps through FCA has just been wonderful. I've got nothing but positive feedback. What I find great about the group is we find strength in one another, and it's through our beliefs and it's through Christ that we have good things happen. It's just been wonderful, and it's like rejuvenation. I'm ready to take on the week. FCA in my life came in at a perfect time. Being able to work with such great people. It's not only strengthened my character, but it's strengthened my marriage.
Life was tough. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure in my sport, a lot of pressure in academics, a lot of pressure in just the everyday grind of being an athlete and trying to perform at the highest level that I possibly could. I think I valued my self-worth solely off of how I did athletically. What schools were recruiting me, how many home runs could I hit, what my batting average would be. Stuff that to a large degree was out of my control. My freshman year in college, I stayed closer to home to be with a girl that I had been with for about 3.5 years. I didn't go to some of the bigger schools that had been recruiting me just because I thought that relationship was where my life needed to head. And by my freshman year of college, things were not going as planned. That spring rolled around and my girlfriend of 3.5 years cheated on me, totaled my car, and got accused of cheating on an exam all in 1 week. And when that week happened, I knew that something needed to change in my life. I had a teammate who said, like, Nate, dude, you're better than this. You're worth more than this. FCA's opened doors for me that otherwise never would have been opened. This past January, a group of us went down to the Dominican. I'm gonna get to go down there and help a lot of great people. I'm gonna get to run baseball camps and teach English and do just a wide variety of things. And I think more than anything, just being able to share Christ with a group of people that might not always see that in their lives and might not get that outreach otherwise.
So this is my second year teaching at Dixie, and when I got there last year, I started asking around about what were any clubs or organizations that we had in the school where Christians could get together and meet and just kind of hang out and support one another. So towards the end of that year, I started reaching out to Nate, and Nate, being our Northern Kentucky FCA director, kind of talked to me about the possibility of us starting an FCA, kind of focusing on the teams. So we started meeting over the summer, and an idea that I had, I read a book over the summer called The Circle Maker, and we started talking about just meeting up at Dixie and just kind of walking circles around Dixie and praying. And as we walked circles around, we just kind of gave it to God that God was already going to be winning the victory for us. As we walked these circles around Dixie, and we prayed for everything from the students, the faculty, the administration, prayed for the coaches and the fans. We just prayed that this would just be the beginning of the FCA coming to Northern Kentucky and in Kenton County. And so it was really awesome to have Nate and other pastors, young life leaders, people in my small group would just kind of come out, and we would walk these circles, and just, it was our way of saying, we know that God has already given us the victory here, and we're just trying to give them a door to come into our school. As the FCA was kind of getting off the ground and going, we had a tragedy that happened at Dixie. One of our students passed away, and the FCA had only been a couple of meetings old. The first FCA meeting after the student passed away, we had over 100 students just show up. And to go from nothing to over 100 students and them to know that was a place where they could go. It's just been really cool to see lives get touched, and just to give encouragement to the students at Dixie that we understand where you're coming from, we understand that you're searching for answers, and just to continue to be a resource there for the students at Dixie going forward.